What up, what up? We're live here for the Donut Box Xfinity Series here on the Donut Box Racing League's YouTube channel for the ALS Awareness 225 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We got about 6 to 7 minutes left in practice here. This is going to be week 6 of the Donut Box Racing League's Xfinity Series. Ignore the dates. The dates are wrong. We did have to push this race back a week due to Hurricane Helene and its effects on some of our drivers, but we're ready to go tonight here at Indianapolis. Next week we got Martinsville, and then after that Las Vegas. Those are going to be 2 fun tracks. If we look at our previous results here, last time we were live at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Cam Patterson took the win. Shane Fuller, Cody Moore, Jimmy McIntyre Jr., Mike Poole wrapping up the top 5. Jordan Schurer, Jack Scoville, Frank Warner, Andy Lewis, and Mark Parkhurst in the top 10. We take a look at our point standings. Cam Patterson, after last week's win, he's building on that lead over the 57 of Shane Fuller. Mark Parkhurst finishing the top 3 in points out. As far as big movers, Jimmy McIntyre Jr. and Jack Scoville both moved up 5 spots last week. Logan Physician missed last week's race and only got provisional points, so he has moved down 4 spots into 10th. David Mayo slipped out of the top 10 as well last week, down 3 spots into 12th. We took a look at our way too early playoff picture. Cam Patterson leading that with the 2 wins, 12 playoff points. Shane Fuller, Cody Moore, Warren Young, Mark Parkhurst, Andy Lewis also with playoff points there. Jack Scoville, Jordan Schurer, Frank Warner all sitting on the bubble right now. So we take another live look at our racetrack. We got about 5 minutes left in practice. Let's see who all we got in the Discord here. I'll go ahead and hop into the broadcast booth here and see if I can talk to some of our drivers. Let's have a word with last week's winner and currently number 1 in practice, Cam Patterson. Hey Cam, it's Jesse up in the booth. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. You're looking like you're gonna go for another good race here after winning last week. Now you're sitting on top of practice. How's the car feeling for you?
Oh, the car feels good. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I got voice chat enabled. But yeah, the car feels good. The track temp has definitely changed. Now when I go out there, I can't go as fast as I did at the beginning of practice. But hopefully I can get 2 in a row, or at least just a good finish after disconnecting in another league Tuesday night, which is disappointing. So I'm hoping that my internet provider got it put back together and we can stay connected and be able to dominate or just win this race.
All right, man. You think you got the win tonight?
I always think I got the win tonight. It's just up to me to prove myself.
There you go. Thank you for talking with me, and I'll send you back on down.
All right, thank you.
That was Cam Patterson talking to us there. Let's see who else we got out there in the Discord. Warren Young, he's not in the Discord. I was going to maybe talk to him. Let's go ahead and have a chat with number 7 in practice, and he led some laps here last season. Let's go ahead and have a chat with Jack Scoville. Jack, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All righty, man. Well, got that red machine out here, that ALS machine. I believe are you the sponsor of this race tonight?
I am. Don't worry, you'll get your money. I'm just kidding.
All righty. Hey, I won't hold you to it, man. You're sitting 7th in practice right now, and last season you had a really good run here. Did you come away with the win? I think you did.
I did end up coming away with the win. Obviously, it's been common knowledge that me and Cody tangled here, and we're hoping to avoid that at all costs this year. But we went out and got the dub, and we're just going to try to do that again.
I hear you, man. Well, you're definitely You top 7 or 7th right now in practice, and with the win last season, we'll definitely be looking for you near the front. And
I'll plan
go
on
ahead
being
and send
there.
you back down to hang out with Franklin and Scott down there.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Have fun
catch you
up here.
later. I'm gonna try. We'll see what happens. I feel kind of rusty after having last week off, so getting kind of back used to it here.
Gotcha. Well, have a good one.
All right. Let's see who else we got. We got about a minute and a half left here in practice. We'll go ahead and talk to our favorite Canadian, Mr. Mike Poole, in 84. He's sitting in 9th right now in practice. We'll have a quick old chat with him. Mike, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got me?
I do.
Holy moly, you're quiet. Let me fix that.
Is this better?
And no, it is not, but I can fix it. Try again.
1 2. Checking 1 2.
All right, now I can hear you. I have the music turned down on mine, and I couldn't even hardly hear the music. But you sitting 9th in practice right now. How's that 84 machine feeling tonight here at Indianapolis?
Feeling loose and then feeling tight. So it's gonna be a night, I think.
That's quite the combo to handle there. You think you're gonna have a good race tonight?
I think if I can keep it clean, I might have a shot at a top 5, maybe. But you're gonna have to keep it clean, and then gonna have to save some tires, especially the right rears and the right fronts, big time. I think are gonna get cooked off pretty quick.
Alrighty, well, I'll be keeping an eye out for y'all sliding out of the corners and sliding all over the place. It should be fun. The track's not awful hot. It's only 95, so hopefully it doesn't get hotter, right?
That's a good thing. If it was 10 degrees hotter, I think you'd see a whole lot of people in the infield.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens whenever we transition over to qualifying here, and I'll go ahead and send you back down to your team. Thanks for chatting with me.
Thank you.
All right. Checkered flag out for practice here. The ALS Awareness 225 here at Indianapolis. Of course, we have, let's take a look, 90 laps, 225 miles. Stages are going to be at 20 and 45. Of course, if you tuned in before, you know these drivers always run fixed setups and one fast repair. I believe they've got 4 different tire sets to use tonight. Of course, you're going to be seeing everybody have to take pit stops because they run pretty light fuel here in this series, so you should be seeing a pit stop every stage. Maybe even 2 of them in stage 2. We'll see. Got the 38 there, Cam Patterson. He's going to be hitting the track to start his qualifying. Andy Lewis is heading out. Frank Warner heading out. Tyler Smith in that 23. Beautiful Tar Heel blue machine there. Bill Sleep, the 64 is rolling out along with the 84 Mike Poole, 88 Cody Moore on the track tonight. He ran a good race here last season. As Jack alluded to in the interview, they had a bit of a tangle. Led to Jack getting that win, but those two were the ones fighting for first and second pretty much all night. But we'll go ahead and keep an eye on the 38 car here. That Red Bull machine, Cam Patterson. He looks like he's coming through turns 3 and 4 here to put the first time for us on the board. Or that might be the backstretch. Yeah, that's definitely the backstretch. We're not looking at grandstands. We're just looking at a bunch of woods and huts. So he's got one more set of corners around here. But yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting race tonight. The track did get hotter. The practice track was 95 degrees, and right now in qualifying it's 110. So 15-degree increase for the guys here in qualifying. So that'll be fun for folks to adjust. Cam Patterson comes across the line with a 53.118 on his first lap. Tyler Smith slightly behind, 4.2 or 55.425. Frank Warner 54.417. 88 Cody Moore. He takes the second fastest time with a 53.428. It'll be interesting to see if the first lap or the second lap is the fastest. Generally, you would think the second lap would be faster, but you never know with these darn Xfinity cars. Think you get some heat in the tires and you'll be quicker, and then all of a sudden you're a tenth slower, and it's like, dude, I only did one lap. What is going on? Lots of other guys hitting the track now. You got the 42 Chris Bishop, 62 Scott Ford Jr., 78 Logan Physician, just hanging out on pit road with that NOS Energy machine. Cam Patterson's second lap was a touch slower at 53.171 to his 53.118 on his first lap. 98 car Warren Young, he's out there putting his laps down. Right now, your qualifying leaderboard looking a lot like the practice leaderboard. Cam Patterson, Scott Ford Jr. making up the front row right now. Looks like Scott's got one more lap around this thing here, and that's Monster Energy Toyota Supra. Driving for Storm Motorsports. I'm only slightly biased. It is my team. So, rooting him on to have a good finish tonight, along with Jack Scoville, Frank Warner. Fan favorite Christian Taylor going to be missing this race. You see Scott Ford coming across the stripe here. Looked to me like he was already slowing down. Yeah, just a 55.2 on that second lap. Chris Bishop, he's finishing up his second lap now. His first lap was a 53.647, which was good enough for 7th here in qualifying. We'll see if he can improve on that time. It does look like he improved on it, although not enough to move up any spots in the leaderboard with a 53.647. 78 car Logan Festchician cracking the top 5 with a 53.54. He's starting his second lap here. I got the wall cameras to work. See that 78 car come flying by. So that'll be fun on the restarts. Get the sounds of the track. Listen to the cars. '78 a little sideways, going through 3 and 4 there. About 4 minutes left here in qualifying. He comes across the stripe. Bit slower that second lap, 0.2 slower. Only guy still out there is the 42 Chris Bishop as he gets ready to pull back off the track. Looks like we got 17 drivers registered and only 13 have run their qualifying laps. So we'll see if anybody else gets out there on the track. Those who haven't attempted a lap so far. You got John McIntyre, Justin Bell. Looks like the 33 Ben Madden yet to qualify. 35 Dave Mayo yet to qualify. One lonely NOS energy drinks machine left on the track. Somebody get a hold of Logan and tell him he can't park there. As he hits the mythical tow button and we go to this beautiful panoramic shot here of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. let's go ahead and get a quick word in with, we already talked to Cam Patterson earlier, so let's see if we can get a hold of Mr. Mark Parkhurst for a quick talk. Hey Mark, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got me, man?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, you're sitting on the outside front row right now with a 53.353. Cam Patterson about 2/10 quicker in qualifying, and I know it was a pretty hot track. So how do you think it went for you? You think you had anything to get that pole spot?
Honestly, not a chance. I don't feel very confident around here. I don't have that many laps either, so I'm just going for the best result I can get, and I think I got best in class because that 38 was absolutely on rails in practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've had a strong run these last couple of weeks. So starting off on the front row should set you up for another strong finish tonight. And thank you for coming up and chatting with me, and I'll go ahead and send you back down.
I appreciate it.
About a minute left here until we get to the race session. I'm going to go ahead and take me a minute break here, and I'll be back to run through your grid. Thank you there, Mr. Frank. I'm going to do my best. If you're watching us live right now, make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button to stay tuned for every one of these broadcasts. We've still got several weeks left in the series, so make sure to be tuning in every Thursday night for some Xfinity Series action. We see the pace car get ready to roll here. Scott, get that thing in gear, get rolling. Let's go ahead and run through your starting order. for the ALS Awareness 225 here at Indianapolis. On the front row, number 38 Red Bull Ford Mustang, you got Cam Patterson. To his outside is the 04 Mark Parkhurst. Row 2 is going to be the 62 Scott Ford Jr. and the 88 Chevy Camaro there. Pink Frosted Donut of Cody Moore. On row 3, you got the 78 NOS Energy Drinks Ford Mustang, Logan Physician. On his outside, the 15 ALS Awareness Machine, Jack Scoville. Row 4 is going to be the number 9 there, Frank Warner. He's going to have the 42 car, Chris Bishop, to his outside. Row 5 will be the 08 Andy Lewis and the 23 Tyler Smith. Row 6, going to be the 98 car right there, Warren Young, with the 64 Bill Sleep. Row 7 will be the 84 Mike Poole and John McIntyre. Row 8 is going to be the 35 car, David Mayo, hanging out in pit road, so just kidding. But you got the 33 car, Ben Madden. Not on the track, Justin Bell. As these drivers come onto the front stretch. Let's get that music turned down. Get ready to listen to these beautiful machines as we get ready to go green here at Indianapolis.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. You see the 38 car, Cam Patterson, taking a strong lead here so far after only a couple of corners. Scott Ford Jr. falls in behind. Logan Physician also moved up a couple spots there on the restart. You see Mark Parkhurst right there behind him, and then Cody Moore holding down the top 5 spot. Looks like everybody got through lap 1 with no issues. See the 42 car, Chris Bishop, back here making a pass. It's going to be for 9th place, I believe. 8th place on Andy Lewis here. Tyler Smith and Warren Young behind them, also side by side. Everybody seems to be taking their time so far. The track has only gotten hotter. Practice, it was about 95. Qualifying, it was 110. And now as we are in the race, track temp is at 119. It is steaming out there. We go back up front. You see the 62, Scott Ford Jr. He's gained a little bit on Cam Patterson so far as they get ready to start lap 3 of this event. Everybody kind of getting spread out, getting in that draft, trying to stay with everybody else here. These two have got a pretty good gap to 3rd place right now. They were your 2 fastest cars in practice, and right now, they're your 2 fastest cars in the race. Scott Ford Jr. has the fastest lap of the race so far, 3 laps in. Trying to reel in Cam Patterson. Looks like the 23 Tyler Smith. He was able to move up a couple spots. You see the 08 Andy Lewis. He's fallen back pretty quickly here. He's got Bill Sleep looking to get around him now. Andrew lost 2 spots that last lap, and he's getting ready to lose another one here to the 64, and he does. Could just be saving tire here early. trying to save it for later on in the run. These drivers do have to think about saving tire because having to pit for fuel in the middle of the stages, you have to make that decision of whether you want to take tires and try to win the stage or save them for later and try to win the race. See Jack Scoville and Frank Warner there, two teammates running 6th and 7th right now. They got Chris Bishop right behind them. Everything's staying the same though here in your top 10. No moving parts at the moment. Couple of position changes back behind. Scott Ford's been able to keep the gap just about the same to Cam Patterson sitting out in the lead. Right there at about 2 to 3 tenths. So he's not really gaining anything, but he's not really losing anything either. Your gap is definitely increasing if you go back to 3rd. Logan Festchician holding that spot down right now. But the 04 Mark Parkhurst right behind him, and he was definitely looking fast earlier. So we'll have to keep an eye out and see if the 04 is going to make a move to get by the 78 anytime soon. Cody Moore rounding out your top 5 right now. Looks like we got some action now. 04 and 78 going side by side here into turn 3. Logan Physician not giving that spot up easily. Looks like the 04 might be able to clear the 78 though here, and he does. Cody Moore was able to gain a lot of ground with those two going side by side. 78 thought about going back inside of the 04 and then thought better of it. As Cam Patterson and Scott Ford Jr. now have about a 2-second advantage over 3rd place. Looks like the 88 Cody Moore is going to get that spot from the 78 now. Warren Young in the background catching the wall a little bit. So Cody Moore going to move up a spot here into 4th place. Your fastest guys on the track right now are still the 2 cars up front, Cam Patterson, Scott Ford Jr. But you see Cam extending that gap now a little bit. Up to about 5 tenths. As we're getting close to halfway through stage 1. Of course, we'll have our first stage break at lap 20. Let's go ahead and ride on board with the 62 Scott Ford Jr. here. Scott Ford having probably his best race so far in the Donut Box Xfinity Series. 08 Andy Lewis has already made his pit stop here in this stage. He's the first one to come down and get fuel. Frank Warner in the number 9 machine, he hits pit road now. Looks like Frank Warner's going to get himself some tires here. See what he can do in the rest of the stage. He's pitting right here at halfway. 38 Cam Patterson, he's going to give up the lead and come down to pit road now with the 88 of Cody Moore and the 78 Logan Festchician. All going to make their stops. 62 Scott Ford Jr., he's going to inherit the lead now. I guess if your number ends with an 8, that was the lap to hit pit road because you had the 38, 78, 88, and 98 all coming down pit road. 08 Andy Lewis just got the memo a bit wrong, came in a bit early. Scott Ford Jr., he's going to come down to make his stop now. 04 of Mark Parkhurst, he's going to stay out there. He's now going to be your leader of this race. Jack Scoville will move up to second. Tyler Smith coming in for his stop, along with, I believe, the number 2, John McIntyre. It's about half and half right now, guys that have come down pit road and guys that are still staying out there. We'll see if Mark Parkhurst is the next to hit pit road. He's going to stay out. 15 Jack Scoville and the 33 Ben Madden. They're going to come down, make their stops. Leaves just 3 cars still out there. You got the 04 Mark Parkhurst, Team Send It. And teammates in Off Camber Racing, Chris Bishop, Mike Poole, both still yet to pit. Is that the GOAT?
What's going on, Jesse?
Oh, not much. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. You looked lonely up in here. Figured I'd swing through.
Absolutely. I can get it set up if you need something to watch. You can give any tidbits if you see something happen, but right now we're just having some typical green flag Donut Box Xfinity Series racing. These guys are going through and making their pit stops now. We've still got 3 guys that have stayed out. Everybody else has already come down pit road.
All right, looks like a clean one so far.
Yeah, it's been a very, very calm, quiet race. And I think right now what's going on is everybody's just trying to keep the cars under them. The track temp up to 116 right now, so it's pretty hot out there. But Cam Patterson, the 38, out of the cars that have pit, he's got the lead. He's looking to go back-to-back race wins.
Yeah, Cam Patterson, he's always fast in every league he runs.
Yeah, you get to watch him on Tuesday nights, and he's usually pretty quick in the Cup car as well.
Sir.
Cody Moore in the 88, though, he's up to second out of the guys that have come down pit road. Must have been some trouble for Scott Ford because he was running second. Now he's all the way back in 15th, so he must have run into some trouble. He was having a good race.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Frank Warner. Looks like he's fell a lap down already.
Yeah, these guys up front, these three that haven't pit yet, they're being stubborn. You see the 04 Mark Parkhurst, he's coming to pit road now. 42, Chris Bishop
we
in
got
the
some
84
contact.
still staying out.
Shishin and Smith just doored each other down the straightaway there. Close one.
Yeah, we definitely got some battle in here. Looks like Andrew Lewis, he's trying to move back up the leaderboard now. He's going to make the pass on the 15, Jack Scoville. Looks like he's going to get the 6th spot now. Jack Scoville battling back, though. He goes to the inside now.
Crossover action there.
Yeah, this is the best racing we've had pretty much all night so far. Getting close there.
Little bit of contact, it looked like.
Tyler Smith out behind, getting a little sideways himself. But the 08's going to be able to cover that spot up unless the 15 sends it here into the corner. He thought about it. He decided he best not do it just yet.
How about Mike Poole becoming your race leader, huh?
Yeah, our favorite Canadian out there running laps. He's going to be running out of fuel soon if he doesn't come down. So I'll expect him and Chris Bishop to come down to pit road here soon.
You know, I tried telling Mike to turn them numbers around on his roof.
He didn't
Just doesn't
listen to you?
Nope.
Well, maybe he'll get the memo one day. As far as
Chris
things
Bishop,
go on
that's his-
track, Frank Warner, Warren Young, both on fresh tires, but they're not able to make up enough ground for it to really matter here, as we've only got 3 laps left in the stage.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Bishop running second. I believe that's Mike Poole's teammate, isn't it?
Yeah, they're teammates on off Camber Racing, so they must have a team strategy going here. Maybe rooting for a caution that didn't happen, but they've got to be on fumes right now.
I'll take it nobody's going to make it to the stage on fuel then, huh?
I guess if they could find a way to save, it might be possible, because they've got a 24-second advantage right now over Cam Patterson. So if they maybe put around this thing the last couple of laps, they might be able to make it, but they'd have trouble getting back to pit road, I think.
I've received confirmation on the radio the 15 of Jack Scoville is blinking quite a bit.
Yeah, he's usually our Houdini act here as we get a close-up shot of his car here on the track. It's quite magical how he'll disappear and then reappear a bit farther up the track.
But Warren Young is flying around the track right now. He ran a 55.3. I think he's the fastest car out there.
Yeah, them fresh tires are doing him good, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's catching up to the 64 Bill Sleep and the 78 Logan Physician. He got in the wall a little bit there. I think we just had some 3 wide action there for a second. Frank Warner saying, "Get out of my way, I got fresh tires."
Hey, you know, that Storm Motorsports number 9 car's heading to the front.
He doesn't have many laps to do it. The 42 and the 84, they finally come down pit road. They weren't going to make it, so that's going to let the 38 car, Cam Patterson, re-inherit this lead as he comes through turn 4. Cody Moore way behind him for second place right now.
This next time around is going to be the white flag for the stage.
Yep. Yeah, Cam Patterson, big advantage right now over the cars that have pit. Cody Moore, he's going to be holding down second with no one else around him. You got to go pretty far back to find any battles, and I think that's going to be all the way back to the battle for 5th place right now between Jack Scoville, Tyler Smith, and now Scott Ford Jr. as a lap car, showing his face in there a little bit.
You know, I'm kind of liking this strategy that Poole and Bishop are pulling. 'Cause now, when the stage comes, they're not going to have to pit.
Yeah, they'll be able to stay out here and probably get some decent track position from it. I didn't think about that, so that will work out pretty good for those guys, I'd say. They did take fresh tires as well under that stop. But as we look to the 38, Cam Patterson here on the white flag for the stage. 7-second lead he's got right now on that 38 Red Bull machine. He's coming onto the front stretch. And the 38 Cam Patterson, he's going to be your stage 1 winner tonight here in the Donut Box Xfinity Series. And you've got a long, long way to go until you find the 88 machine, Cody Moore. There he is, taking P2 here in stage number 1. Yo4 Mark Parkhurst comes across in 3rd. Andy Lewis, after some early struggles, he gets to 4th place, and Jack Scoville gonna lose 5th place to Tyler Smith there at the end. Rounding out your top 10 is gonna be Jack Scoville, Frank Warner, Warren Young, John McIntyre, and Bill Sleep. So as we go back up front, you brought up a good point earlier. Cam Patterson, Cody Moore, they ended up coming down pit road the same time, but they've already ran 11 laps. So they're going to have to come down for fuel and tires, but Mike Poole,
I
Chris
definitely think
Bishop.
most of these guys for sure are going to come down pit road, but I'd say Poole and Bishop are going to stay out because they just pit, a few laps ago. Yeah,
that's definitely a good strategy from them to get to the front row here on this restart. They got some big brains over there in off-camber racing.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far.
All right, maybe I'm giving them too much credit.
Now is that the only stage break here?
Oh, no. We're going to do it all over again on lap 45.
All right.
And then we got
how
an
long on
endurance
fuel
race
these guys?
tonight.
These guys can go, maybe like 18 laps on fuel or so, you think?
Yeah, I mean, looks like to be about 19. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's about how far Mike Poole, Chris Bishop made it, and they probably wouldn't have made it another lap. So I think we definitely found the max amount of laps these guys can run.
Yeah, I'm thinking the pit window is probably going to be around lap. So you said 45 to stage? I'd say
we'll
35.
probably see. I mean, we saw Andy Lewis in the 08. He pit almost as soon as he could. He ran 15 laps in that last stint he did. He was the first car on pit road, and it worked out pretty good, coming out with 4th place in the stage.
And here comes most of the field.
Yep.
Like the 33 staying out there. Is he a lap car?
Yeah, he's going to be getting the wave around, and it's just like you called it, man. 84. Mike Poole, he's going to be inheriting the lead of this thing. Chris Bishop right behind. We'll see if those 3 to 4 lap old tires really hurt them too much here when this thing goes back green. We'll turn our attention back to the race off of pit road here. Cam Patterson leads the horde on the pit road.
It's kind of interesting. I do know Warren Young's also on off-camber racing, and he elected to take the traditional strategy, it appears.
Yeah, maybe they're playing it safe, having one guy be the scapegoat while the other two try something fancy. Cam Patterson wins off pit road, the 04. Mark Parkhurst right behind.
What are your thoughts on pulling in the race leader, Mike Poole, here for a live interview?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and have a quick old chat with our favorite Canadian, Mike Poole.
All right.
Mike, it's Jesse and Blake up here in the booth. You got us?
Loud and clear.
What a strategy call from you and teammate Chris Bishop here to make that run as far as you could on fuel, and now you guys are out here with fresh tires, and y'all are on the front row for this restart. How'd that plan come to fruition?
Well, we were really hoping that we could maybe stretch it all the way on fuel. And then we realized we'd be maybe half a lap short and said, well, screw it. We'll pull in, put a fresh set of tires on, and make her the rest of the way. See how it goes for stage 2.
Do you have anything to say about teammate Warren Young opting with the traditional strategy of pitting pretty early there and then taking tires here during the stage break?
Unfortunately, he had to pit early because he made contact with the wall and junked his stuff, to borrow something from Blake there. So he had to come in, take a fast repair, get some tires, and went on. So hopefully he's going to do all right in the second stage.
Be sure to choose here, Mike. There you go.
Yep.
Going with the bottom lane then, huh?
I am. I think there's going to be a lot of people doing that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on the first restart of the race, the first 3 cars on the bottom lane all got out to the front there. So I think you're in a good spot there, bud.
Yeah, the car's pushing pretty hard coming out of 1 and 2. I think that's why you're seeing some guys hitting the wall. And so hopefully the inside, I can keep her down there and not burn up that right front. I was able to save it pretty good the last stage. So.
Speaking of burning stuff up, we talked pre-race about the track temp, and we went from 95 to 116. So has that had any effect on the car so far?
Certainly made the cold tires really loose, and once it gets worn in a little bit, the right front's taking a beating. I think I was like 75 and 90 on the right rear, so it was certainly wanting to push out a fair bit.
All right, Blake, you got anything else for Mr. Mike?
Oh, well, hey, best of luck, Mike. Good luck trying to hold off that 04 of Parkhurst and get you a good start here, bud.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, so how quick do you think the 38 Cam Patterson is going to get around these guys up here? That's the real question.
You know, I don't think he's going to do anything crazy. He doesn't want to, roast his tires up here, but I don't think it's going to take him too long. Give him a few laps.
The 23, Tyler Smith also using the outside lane to hit advantage. He moves up a fair bit. He's going to be restarting 6th now. He's got
Jesse,
he's got some fans out there.
You've got a lot of experience racing. Now, if you're out there on a 116-degree track temp, what's your thoughts as a racer?
You just got to be easy on the throttle. The tires are definitely going to slip when the track's a bit hotter, so you got to try to be nice to them best you can. Restart zone's
looks like
pretty early here.
Up.
Green flag back out.
Oh, little door action. Cam Patterson getting doored by the 23. Trying to go the high lane. Cody Moore giving him a bump.
Oh, man. That was some action there early. You saw the 62 Scott
dude.
Ford Jr. drop out on the front stretch.
And the 15.
Whoa, there goes the 15 into the wall.
Yeah, he's blinking all. Yeah, he was blinking all over. I saw that coming.
His car is gone. The tire smoke remains. We're going to have to go back. Take another look and see what happened.
He was blinking bad there.
All right, let's go ahead and back it up here a little bit and see what exactly happened to the 15. If we can see anything, that is. Let me get this thing to work here.
He just disappears and then spins out. I don't know. It's kind of odd. I don't think he made any contact unless iRacing thought he did or something. Who knows?
It's so hard to watch a replay of a guy that just keeps disappearing.
Yeah, like Cody Moore never got into him. iRacing must have thought he did. I don't know. Oh, he comes up there, hits the wall somehow.
Yeah, well, he seems to make it out okay with pretty minimal contact. I mean, he hit that wall pretty good.
I'm curious if Poole tried to start in first gear or something, because he spun those tires pretty bad on that start.
Did he? He's going to hold on to the race lead as they catch the pace car. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to you just for a second. I've got to handle something real quick.
All right, sounds good. But here we are, lap number, 26 here, Donut Box Xfinity Series racing. Here at the beautiful Indianapolis Motor Speedway, in front of a sold-out crowd. Can you believe it, folks? The Donut Box Xfinity Series selling out here, over 100,000 fans. You know, the NASCAR Cup Series couldn't even sell out here But the Donut Box Xfinity Series, no issues whatsoever selling out. Rumor is they were lined up at the gate, 6 a.m. They were just dying to be on air. Wanted Bump and Run Jesse Becker to put them on TV. I was talking with Jesse earlier. He went down, visited with the fans. He's great fans. They sure love Bump and Run Jesse. He's one of the dirtiest drivers in the game, in case you guys didn't know. But he's out there hanging out with the fans, signing autographs. It was a great thing to see. But it looks like we got some cars coming down pit road. Looks like the 04 is gonna head down, as well as the 42. That's interesting. Bishop's coming down, as well as Cody Moore. Who else we got? The 2 of John J. McIntyre, Bill Sleep, and Ben Madden, the Australian. In case you didn't know it, folks, Ben Madden, straight from Australia. I was talking with Ben earlier. I couldn't even understand him. Because first of all, you know, he's just Australian. And second of all, he wouldn't put the Vegemite sandwich down, just continuously eating Vegemite. That's all he cares about. Honestly, it's incredible.
I heard they love that stuff.
Oh, man, they just can't get enough of it.
What do you think here about Mike Poole staying out and Chris Bishop coming down pit road? They kind of...
I don't know. That's kind of odd. I'm thinking Chris Bishop might have pulled the old trickaroo on him. I don't think he told him he was coming down pit road.
He just snuck in there without telling him?
Yeah, probably.
That's going to move Andy Lewis up to second. We'll see if he's going to choose the bottom lane whenever they get back around, because that seems to be definitely the preferred way to go. I mean, you can hold a car off on the outside for maybe one corner, but it's definitely not easy.
Mm-hmm. And I just received word on the radio. Looks like Scott Ford's going to get a wave around. Last caution, he should have got it, but there was a technicality. Cody Moore forgot to clear a black or something.
Yeah, he's getting that wave around now, so he's going to be back on the lead lap. He was definitely the second fastest car at the beginning of that first run. Ended up having a 50-second pit stop there in stage 1, so not sure what exactly happened to the 62, but getting back on the lead lap, that'll give him a chance to get back up towards the front.
And hopefully, you know, Mike Poole can get a better start this time, because he spun those wheels pretty bad. Almost turned straight into the wall that last time. I don't know if it's them old, I mean, it's not old tires. You just got a few laps on them, but interesting to see. You know, his tires seem to react a lot different than everybody else's.
You got a lot of guys in the back of the field. Frank Warner, Mark Parkhurst, Chris Bishop, Cody Moore coming down pit road again.
Yeah, filling up. All about that fuel game.
We go one lap to green here. Looked like the 23 Tyler Smith kind of forgot there was a choose rule there for a second. Not sure what happened there. I couldn't tell you what Jack Scoville chose because he was gone.
he didn't
disappeared
even know.
once again.
I believe Tyler Smith did a self-report on that choose violation, just taking the EOL.
Yeah, they'll sneak up on you. You gotta remember, once you see that 2 to green on your black box, choose rules coming up, and sometimes if you don't announce it, it gives you an advantage.
Well,
just saying.
It's better to just take it now, I think, than to have to deal with starting the next race in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. And the little birdie tells me that there's a certain race admin that watches the broadcast, and he expects me to let him know if anyone violates the choose rule. So he might have gotten caught anyway, so good on him to own up for it there.
Uh-oh. Just received word, Cody Moore, when he went back down pit road, it took another set of tires from him. So he changed tires on them new tires he just put on.
That's really big, because you only get so many sets, so he's going to be down a set, and that could really come back to bite him here.
Not sure what the tire limit is here. I'm trying to find out. Oh, five sets of tires.
So I believe
he's already used 3
these
then.
Guys have taken 1 set so far.
Well, then just took their second one when they went down. Then Cody Moore took a third one.
So he might not be able to take tires again here until late race.
Yeah, he's going to be hurting for a little while.
Green flag back out. Here at
Much better
Indianapolis.
start there.
Yeah, Mike Poole does get a good launch, but he's got the 38 Cam Patterson right behind him. That 38's been a monster so far this race, so I'm sure it won't take long before he's looking to get around the 84. Warren Young, Logan Physician going side by side through turn 2. Logan's trying to hold him off, gets into the wall a little bit there. Fighting hard for 4th place right now.
Duking it out. We got a battle for the lead up front here. Not much of one.
Cam Patterson gets by the 84. Mike Poole with ease.
Uh-oh. Frank Warner down pit road. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, that 9 machine is on pit road. He's been in there about 20 seconds now, so that's definitely concerning if you're the number 9 machine.
Like a little battle for 3rd. Andrew Lewis, Logan Festitian. Festitian shipping it in there. Slide job.
That's one way to make a pass here at Indianapolis is throw that car on the inside and hope it sticks.
Boy, that 78 is not worried about saving tires, it looks like. He's going to the front.
Yeah, that's about the only time you can make a pass like that is when you're on the fresh tires, because if you try it on old tires, you won't be making any friends.
I think Festitian's going to find a way around Poole here pretty quick.
Yeah, maybe he's catching on, learning something from his teammate Cam Patterson, who's already up to a 2nd lead.
Oh, yeah. That minor motorsports setup must be hooked up here tonight.
Yeah, they know something us old folks don't know, because they got fast cars out there.
Like a battle for 5's brewing here. Jack Scoville on the back bumper of the 08. Oh, and he disappeared. He's back.
I was just about to ask you for how long, because we know it won't be long before the 15's gone again.
I think he's going out. I don't know. I think he knows he's blinking. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you know, being in New York, you'd think they'd have decent internet for our boy Jack up there, but he seems to definitely struggle as a 62. Scott Ford still being scored a lap down, according to my scoring.
I just saw a little blinking in the 2nd place car, Mike Poole. Seem to be all right now.
That's not good. We got to stop talking about these guys' internets because they're just falling apart.
Oh, blinking again. That Canadian internet.
He is gone.
Frank Warner back out on the track. Just 1 lap down.
Logan Physician gonna make the pass on Mr. Houdini, Mike Poole. 98 Warren Young follows through as well.
Oh, they're 3 wide.
Yep, 3 wide into the corner. The 84
We're talking about a good guy. They told him he was blinking, and he just pulled over for him. I would have kept going.
He looked like he pulled out the parachute.
He just parked it.
It's all a Ford Mustang show out front here. 38, 78, 98. Your top 3. Jack Scoville moving up to 4th now, I believe, unless there's a disappeared car in front of him. Who knows?
Well, that's a tough break for Frank Warner. You know, not only is he a lap down, he's got 2 cars a lap down in front of him. So lucky dog out of the question.
Yeah, and these races usually pretty caution free. So if that continues to be the case, he's going to have probably only 1 more shot to get the lucky dog. So you better be putting the gas down, trying to get by Scott Ford and David Mayo if you can.
It looks like Cody Moore's taking it easy. He knows he's got to make them tires last.
Yeah, they've still got about 13 laps left in this stage, so especially for Cody, he's really got to save those tires, having burned that extra set. He's sitting in 9th place right now.
Great run, though, from Festitian, the youngin.
Yeah, he's under some pressure now from the 98 Warren Young, former Donut Box race winner, so Logan's not afraid to give a battle to anybody either, so don't be surprised if Warren Young does get underneath him, that Logan's going to make it tough to pass him here.
All I've definitely noticed. Looks like Warren's backing his corners up more. Logan's going in a lot deeper, so I think he's hurting that right front quite a bit more than Warren is.
Yeah, and that's one thing. As doing a fair bit of driving myself, I can say is if you have somebody in front of you and it's not a multi-line track, you know, there's only one real usable line here at Indianapolis. So your only solution is you got to back the corners up and hope you can get a better run than the next guy.
Awesome.
Yellow flag is out here. I did see a blinking car.
04 is not happy on the radio.
Yeah,
his screen went black. Where it is.
That car is destroyed for the 04. He just had to tow.
Oh, he blinked. He said his screen went black. Smoked it. Oh, and Cody Moore just annihilated him.
So let's go back and take another look there. At what happened to the 04. Yeah, you see him start to blink. He disappears again a third time, and then all of a sudden he's doing pinwheels in the middle of turn 1 and 2. And that thing is destroyed.
Well, the good news is we're on lap 35, so these guys are going to all pit, and they'll be good till the end of the stage.
Let's ride on board and see what the 88 Cody Moore was able to see, if anything. A puff of tire smoke and then a car flying through the air is about all Cody Moore saw. He didn't get any damage from that. So
I feel like he smoked him, didn't he?
He hit him hard, but iRacing decided he didn't. So 88 got away with one there.
He got lucky then.
Let's go back live here. That 88 machine's still able to stay out there.
So you know Cody Moore's, he's probably going to take over the race lead because he's going to go down and do fuel only because he cannot burn another set of tires. But he's going to be a sitting duck out front.
Yeah. 10 laps to go here in the stage. He is going to stay out. Several other drivers do stay out.
He's staying out. You know, that's kind of shocking. Honestly, I think these guys should have came down and at least got fuel.
Yeah, well, they pit Jack Scoville, Ben Madden, Cody Moore, Chris Bishop.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
All came down earlier. And so they've been out there for about 10 laps. They might be able to stretch it to the stage with this.
Yeah, you're right. It's possible.
But Jack Scoville is going to inherit the lead for the first time tonight. He had a very, very good race here in Season 1 of the Donut Box Xfinity Series. Took home, I believe, his only win last season here at this track after a scuffle with the 88. It's been kind of the main storyline this week.
Trouble in the pit box for Festician. He had the longest pit stop I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it looked like about 17 seconds out of the old 78, getting one of those Martin Truex Jr. specials on pit road.
The JGR pit crew got him.
Absolutely. Yeah, as far as main storylines from last year here at Indianapolis, Cody Moore started on the pole last year and led 28 laps. Jack Scoville actually led the most laps. And out of the guys that are here tonight, John McIntyre was the only other one that led a lap, and he had one. They did not have a single caution last season for any wrecks, only the stage breaks. There was drama at the end, as we've spoken about a couple times, where Jack Scoville and Cody Moore did get together. And ended up ending Cody Moore's chances at winning that race.
Looks like the top 6 are out here on old tires. Cam Patterson in 7. So he's probably going to be making quick work of these guys.
Yeah, we'll see when the scoring resets here. We'll see where everybody's going to be lining up. Looks like we're going to have the choose this time by.
Oh, we got one coming down pit road. Mayo didn't pit the first time. He's pitting this time, though. You have to serve a penalty. Hopefully he can make it back around.
Jack Scoville, Tyler Smith choose the bottom. Ben Madden goes up top.
Frank Warner must have been working on some damage because he just got out before the pack came back through.
Yeah, you have to do the old Lightning McQueen pit exit there. Shane Fuller says, I wish I could be racing tonight, fellas, but I'll be back for the next race. No, Shane, you should be here tonight. What are you doing?
And Shane, it's totally unacceptable for you to miss this race. There's really no excuse, bud.
Absolutely no excuse.
I don't
do
care
better.
what's going on.
Do better.
Look in the mirror and just do better next time.
You begin to wonder here with Jack Scoville's connection issues if he's going to have any trouble here on this restart, if people are going to start complaining, trying to get him out of the way.
Yeah, some drivers aren't happy. Yeah, some leaders aren't happy about Scoville still being up here in the lead, not dropping to the back.
Well, I got to be honest here. If I'm the 15, I'm going to say screw it and stay up there and see if I can run away with this thing.
Yeah, you're the race leader. I get it. But, I mean, the thing is, Cam Patterson, he's second row outside, got them fresh tires. He's going to be, he's going to have to be careful because he's going to run these guys over.
Yep, you got Jack Scoville, Ben Madden, row 1, Tyler Smith, Cam Patterson, row 2. Row 3 is going to be Cody Moore, Bill Sleep. Going to be restarting this thing as they come through. I think it's turn 4. I can never tell at this darn place.
Yeah, hard to tell. But all right, Jesse, before this one starts out, I got to head out and we got a broadcast. We got to start over there. So best of luck the rest of this one.
All righty. Thank you, brother, and have a good night.
You too, buddy.
Good to have the GOAT, Blake Hutchinson, stop by as a green flag is back out. The ALS Awareness 225. Jack Scoville getting a good launch from your lead. Tyler Smith, Ben Madden behind, still battling. Tyler Smith's going to take that spot over from the 33 now. Cam Patterson right behind there in 4th. Logan Fischishin, Bill Sleep side by side. That's going to be for 5th place. Looks like the 78 does cover up. And you see the 15, Jack Scoville, trying to break that draft a little bit. As 38, Cam Patterson is going to move up into 3rd now over Ben Madden. Andy Lewis, Bill Sleep going side by side now. It's going to be for your 6th place spot. Andy Lewis is on the move right now. He's looking inside of Logan Physician now. Cody Moore also trying to get by the 64 Bill Sleep. But your fastest right now on the track is the 15 Jack Scoville out front. Your winner last season here at Indianapolis, back out front again. Although there's definitely some stiffer competition this season. As the man to be the first with 2 wins this season, Cam Patterson, he's going to move up into 2nd place now. He gets by the 23, Tyler Smith. As everything seems to be getting single file now. As we've got about 6 laps to go here in stage 2. All our drivers should be able to make it on fuel. My scoring is showing that Tyler Smith has stayed out now for 18 laps. Which, with the cautions, he might have enough fuel, but if that's incorrect, then we'll end up knowing if he comes down pit road or runs out of gas. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Cam Patterson as he tries to reel in Jack Scoville here. The 04 Mark Parkhurst, your first car to be out of this race tonight after that last wreck. Says, think I got to chalk that up to a mechanical failure. Everything shut off going through the corner. Yeah, that's definitely not what you want. If it's going to shut off, at least let it be on the straightaway, but going through a corner, that's not good. 38 Cam Patterson. He's got to your leader now, Jack Scoville. At 38, the fastest car on track. Dominant stage 1 performance. He's looking to get the lead here with about 5 laps to go in stage 2. Logan Fischischen in the 78. He moves up into the 3rd spot now. Jack Scoville going all the way to the bottom of the track, trying to break that draft from the 38. 62 Scott Ford Jr. He's finally back on the lead lap. He's back here battling with the 98 Warren Young and the 64 Bill Sleep. He's trying to find his way into the top 10 for this stage. Your top 5 right now: Jack Scoville, Cam Patterson, Logan Fischischen, Tyler Smith, Cody Moore. Cam Patterson definitely has the faster car right now. Just seeing if he can find a way around the 15. He's going to look a nose inside, think better of it. The 78 car, Logan Fischischen, kind of in no man's land right now. Cody Moore being up here in 5th with only likely 1 tire set left. Might be pushing it a little too hard. You can tell the 38 wanting to get by the 15, but just not able to do it just yet. He's going to look to the outside now of the 15 as they go into turn 3 here. That outside lane is just not working. You see the 38 brush the wall a little bit there, but he's still on the outside. He tucks back behind the 15 now. As we've got another caution. I see smoke down there in turn 1. Looks like it might be Warren Young and Bill Sleep. You see the 98 machine of Warren Young here on pit road. Let's go ahead and go back and see if we can see what happened there for that caution. You see him coming through turns 3 and 4 here. Warren Young looks to the outside of Bill Sleep. Pushes up into the wall. And the 64 and the 62 just get collected. 98 hard into the inside wall. And that is why he towed, because that car is definitely destroyed. He might have gotten into the outside wall there and ended up with broken steering. We'll go ahead and ride on board here. Gets a good run through 3 and 4. Just pushes back into the outside wall and can't really do much. Hard impact there from the 98. But that is likely going to be your stage caution. Jack Scoville, Cam Patterson, Logan Fischischen, Tyler Smith, Cody Moore. With a top 5 here in stage number 2. Ben Madden, Andy Lewis, John McIntyre, Chris Bishop, Mike Poole rounding out your top 10 for stage number 2. While we've got a quick second here, I'd like to remind you guys about the top 10 challenge that we're doing here in the Donut Box Xfinity Series. Cam Patterson took home the prize last week, so the score gets reset and we look at the top 10 at New Hampshire. Mark Parker, Stanley Lewis, Jordan Shearer, Frank Warner, Jack Scoville, Cam Patterson, Shane Fuller, Jimmy McIntyre Jr., Mike Poole, Cody Moore, all in the running to be our next top 10 challenge champion. Shane Fuller, Jimmy McIntyre Jr. missing this race. So there's 2 guys that got eliminated pretty quick. As you see Jack Scoville lead most of the field down pit road. With that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Alrighty, I am back. See the 78 Logan Fischich and the 88 Cody Moore out in front here. Both, I believe, taking fuel only. Jack Scoville, the first car with 4 and fuel, and pretty much everybody else behind him. 42 car Chris Bishop had a 38-second pit stop. Might have been fixing some damage there. Again, I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Blake Hutchinson stopping into the booth a little bit there. Another fellow broadcaster out there and a good friend of mine. You can find his shows over there on the Hutchinson Motorsports YouTube channel. I'd like to thank all of you guys that are tuned in for coming out and watching us here at Indianapolis. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button to stay tuned for every time we go live here on the Donut Box Racing League's YouTube channel for some more Xfinity Series action. We're getting ready to go back green here. It'll be lap 48 out of 90 when they get the green flag. Front row. Going to be Logan Fischich, Jack Scoville, row 2, Cody Moore, Tyler Smith. Row 3 is going to be Cam Patterson, Ben Madden, row 4, Andy Lewis, Mike Poole. Row 5 is going to be John McIntyre. And nobody else. Looks like everybody else is going to be on the high side here. 78 car Logan Fischich, and he's going to be your control car on the outside. First time we've seen that. Him and Cody Moore just might be trying to be on the outside to stay out of the way of everybody else. Pace car about to be off here as they get ready to go into the Geico restart zone here at Indianapolis. Green flag back out. In the ALS Awareness 225, 43 laps to go as they cross the stripe. Logan Fischich gets a great jump as he comes into turn 1. Everything's seeming to spread out pretty quickly here. Logan Fischich and Jack Scoville, Tyler Smith making up your top 3 right now. One of the first times we've seen the 78 Logan Fischich out front. See Tyler Smith there in that 23 car getting in the wall a little bit. He's under some pressure from the 38 Cam Patterson now. You see the 38 car go inside. He's looking to get his way back out to the front now. He's able to get that spot on the 23 fairly easily. You know, I'm beginning to wonder if Logan Fischischen went right side tires only, because he's doing a pretty good job holding this lead, but I don't think it'll be for long. Jack Scoville right on his tail. Thinking about trying to make the pass on the outside. He's not going to be able to do that, though. See the 08 Andy Lewis makes his way into the top 5. Ben Madden also gets around the 88 Cody Moore. Lots of side-by-side action here farther back in the field. Got a pretty good cluster of cars there. 62 Scott Ford Jr., he's trying to make his way back up through this field. Had a great run in the beginning of stage number 1, so he knows he's got a fast car. He's just got to try to get back up front and show it. We turn our attention back out front. Cam Patterson gets by the 78 and the 15 at the same time to take the lead. Jack Scoville going to get around the 78. Logan Fischischen as well. Big shakeup here at the front. Cam Patterson led most of your laps so far today, and he's going to find himself back out front. With 40 laps to go here at Indianapolis, we'll have to wait and see if anybody else has got anything for the 38 machine. Pretty good performance last week at New Hampshire, taking home the win. He's already got 2 wins this season. He's going for the hat trick. He was your fastest car on the track last lap, as expected. Second fastest car was actually the 33 car Ben Madden in that Tire Pros Chevy Camaro. He's holding down that 5th spot right now. He was able to get by the 08 Andy Lewis. Got some side-by-side action again here in the back. John McIntyre, Scott Ford Jr. They're battling right now for 10th. Scott Ford going to take that spot fairly easily over the 2 car. As far as guys that are on the move, the 42 car Chris Bishop was able to gain 2 spots that last lap. But we got 3 wide action with the 62 and the 84 underneath him. The 62 car, Scott Ford Jr., he's on the move. He's not cutting anybody any breaks. He's trying to get back to the front after some trouble early. Warren Young, Mark Parkhurst, both out of this race right now with heavy damage. Frank Warner going to be 1 lap down. 62, Scott Ford Jr., he's going to get past Cody Moore. Up into the 7th spot now. Cam Patterson in that 38 car, he's been the one to beat tonight. He's got about a 2nd lead now over Jack Scoville. Jack's about a 2.5 seconds ahead of 3rd place Tyler Smith. You see the 78 car, Logan Fischischen battling with the 23 here, and we got another yellow. Let's see if we can figure out what brought this one out. Uh-oh, you see the 88 Cody Moore sitting in pit road. Looks like he had to tow, so let's go ahead and go back and take a look and see if we can see what happened to the Mighty Donut machine here. We get to our replay screen here. You see the 42 car, Chris Bishop, getting underneath of him. Bishop was on the move. One of your faster cars. Looks like Bishop gets by the 88, and you've got the 2, John McIntyre. He just catches the bumper of the 88. 88 hard into the outside wall. Frank Warner able to barely get by that. And we'll go back and we'll ride on board with the number 2. Just comes up and catches the bumper there of the 88. Let's see what the perspective of Frank Warner here. Oh, that was a scary moment there for the number 9. But that should let Frank Warner get his lap back. Cam Patterson leads most of your field down pit road now. Looks like the 62 Scott Ford, your only car to stay out other than Frank Warner, who is your lucky dog. Race off of pit road, going to be won by the 15, Jack Scoville. 78 car, Logan Fischishin. 23, Tyler Smith. 33, Ben Madden. The 08, Andy Lewis. Cam Patterson definitely not the slowest stop there, but it looks like everybody else didn't take tires there. Seems to be the case. Looks like out of your front runners, Cam Patterson, the only one to take a set of tires. Everybody else, fuel only or right sides. It's definitely going to shake up the running order a bit. The biggest shakeup is Scott Ford. He stayed out, didn't come and take fuel or tires. His teammate in the 15, Jack Scoville, doing his Houdini act right behind. It's been a good race for the 78 car there, Logan Fischishin. Been a top 5 car all night. And Tyler Smith in that 23 has been doing well. As it looks like our drivers are coming up to the choose column. It's going to be a Storm Motorsports front row. Scott Ford on the inside, Jack Scoville on the outside. Row 2 is going to be Tyler Smith, Logan Fischishin, Andy Lewis, Ben Madden going to be row 3. Row 4 is going to be Chris Bishop, Cam Patterson. Row 5, Mike Poole, John McIntyre. Once again, I would like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I honestly have a lot of fun broadcasting these things. I know I might not be good at it, but I definitely try my best to make it a good show. And definitely try to have a little bit of fun out there. Not as much fun as Jack Scoville's internet provider, though. They're having a blast. I don't know what kind of program they got going on up there, but it ain't good. But nevertheless, he's going to be on your front row. 62 Scott Ford Jr. right beneath him there is going to be your control car as they get ready to head back onto the front stretch. As we take a look from our fan cam here. Definitely got a lot of good cameras here tonight. Thanks to SimWrap Market. Green flag back out at Indianapolis with 35 laps to go. 62 Scott Ford Jr. got a good jump. 23 Tyler Smith and the 15 Jack Scoville battling for second. Jack Scoville giving it all he's got on the outside. But Tyler Smith's going to take that spot. Yeah, everybody out to single file pretty quickly. You see the 2-car John McIntyre getting out of line there. 33 car Ben Madden thought about it and then decided to slip back in line. Everybody on track right now came down under that last caution, so they're all probably topped off on fuel and only have to make one more stop. 62 Scott Ford Jr., he's not going to have enough fuel. He's going to have to make at least 2 more. Those fresh tires there on the 38 machine treating him well. He's going to find his way up to 4th, but he's getting a little sideways through the corner. See the 15 Jack Scoville get a little sideways and go to the bottom of the track. Track's actually cooling down right now. Cam Patterson looking to the inside of the 23 car now to move up to 2nd. Take this lead back pretty quickly with the fresh tires. With 33 laps to go, if this thing stays green, it's pretty much Cam Patterson's race to lose. Scott Ford, Cam Patterson, Tyler Smith, Jack Scoville, Andy Lewis, Ben Madden, Chris Bishop, Logan Fish-Chisholm, Michael Poole, John McIntyre. Your top 10 right now. Cam Patterson, he's going for your lead now. Making a move on the 62 Scott Ford Jr., and he's going to make that pass pretty easy on that fresh rubber. Cam Patterson, once again, your race leader. 08 Andy Lewis trying to make his way around the 23 now. Tyler Smith. Jack Scoville right behind. They go side by side across the stripe. Andy Lewis doing a pretty good job right now of taking that battle on the outside. Very hard to do here at Indianapolis to get a pass going. Oh no, the 23 is around. Comes up across the nose of the 08. Caution back out here at Indianapolis. I was just talking about how good of a job the 08 Andy Lewis was doing at hanging out on the outside of the 23. And we'll go back and take another look. But it looked to me like the 23 Tyler Smith thought he might have been clear and just came up. Let's go ahead and take a look from our blimp cam here. Or no, we'll go to the drone cam. Yeah, I don't know there. It looked like the 23 might have thought the 08 would be a bit higher up the track, but nonetheless, Tyler Smith gets her spun around pretty quick. But he is going to find his way farther back in the field now. 30 laps to go. These drivers aren't in the fuel window yet to make it till the end. So I imagine you'll see a lot of these guys stay out right now to keep their track position. You'll almost certainly see the 62 car Scott Ford Jr. come down pit road because he has not come down in a while there. Several drivers coming to pit road. Heck, almost the entire field, other than Cam Patterson, Ben Madden, Logan Fischischen, and Frank Warner. Those are the only 4 that stay out. Everybody else comes down. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on what drivers take a tire set here. Looks like just about everybody that came down is going to take 4 tires and fuel. Yep, that is correct. Every single driver that hit pit road went ahead and took 4 tires and fuel. 08 Andy Lewis. Slow pit stop out of him, probably getting some slight damage fixed up on that car. So you got Cam Patterson out front with a lap old tires. Ben Madden, Logan Fischischen on older tires than that. Sitting second and third right now, and then the rest of the field's got 4 fresh. Well, Frank Warner is also on a lap old tires, and then the rest of the field has 4 fresh tires. Let's go ahead and have a quick chat with 9 Frank Warner. Finding himself in the top 5 for, I believe, the first time tonight. Hey, Frank, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, Jesse.
All right, well, you're finding yourself up here in the top 5, sitting up here in 4th place right now. You're on the same tire strategy right now as the 38 Cam Patterson, and those 2 in front of you on much older tires. How do you like your position right now? You got enough tire sets saved that if we have a late race caution, you're still in the good?
We we'll see. We still got some tires sitting in the pits. We're gonna see what we can do. We definitely don't have the speed that these other cars have. We're gonna try to use a little bit of strategy and see if we can't keep ourselves up here.
Yeah, it seemed you ended up a lap down pretty early in the race. Did you have some sort of trouble?
Yeah, I went in to top off, and apparently they closed the pit road on me, and I didn't see that, so I had to go in and under green and hold for 40 seconds. So that hurt, but we're back up and back on the lead lap here. And we're gonna duke it out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job battling back from that penalty, and good luck ahead to you, and I'll go ahead and send you back down.
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Mr. Frank Warner there in that number 9 Storm Motorsports machine having a quick chat with us. He's going to be on row 2. Row 1 is going to be the 38 Cam Patterson and the 33 Ben Madden. Row 2, of course, Frank Warner, Logan Fischischen. Row 3 going to be the 62 Scott Ford Jr. and the 15 Jack Scoville. Row 4, Chris Bishop, Tyler Smith. Row 5, David Mayo, John McIntyre. I think that's probably the first or second time I've said David Mayo's name tonight. He's had a quiet race so far in that 35 machine, but he's staying in there and doing the best he can. Cam Patterson going to be your control car as he's going to watch the pace car come off here. We'll ride on board a 38.
Green flag, green flag.
Good start there for the 38. Getting out to a decent gap already through one corner over teammate Logan Fischischen. Ben Madden now thinking about getting around the 33, but 15 and 33 make contact. 33 sliding through the grass, but he keeps it together. I don't know how he saved that thing. He was sideways. It looked like the 15 Jack Scoville was loose all the way down the back stretch. But he's got the 23 Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith's already made his way back out to third place after that spin just a caution ago, so he is on the move. He moved up 3 spots under that first lap. Bill Sleep also moved up 4 spots. He's back there in 7th. But right now it's all Cam Patterson. It's been 2 laps and he's already up to about a 2-second lead now over Logan Fischich and Tyler Smith. Chris Bishop up into 4th. Scott Ford Jr. in the 5th spot right now. He got a little sideways coming out of turn 2. As we've got a battle for second now. At 23, Machine Tyler Smith on those fresh tires. He's found his way up to 2nd place now. But he's got a long road ahead of him because Cam Patterson is already on a different straightaway. He said, so what, those guys got fresh tires. These ones I still got are just fine. Chris Bishop now moving up into 3rd. Scott Ford Jr. up to 4th. Jack Scoville to 5th. Logan Fischischen struggling right now on those older tires with 25 laps to go. But you have to keep in mind these drivers will still have to make at least one more pit stop. Everything's looking pretty calm out on the track. See the 64 Bill Sleep and the number 2 John McIntyre. They make their way around Logan Fischischen now with those old tires. But with coming to 23 laps to go, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and let you listen to the sounds of the track. Back from our quick break there. We saw the 62 Scott Ford Jr. make his way up into third place now. And we also saw the 23 Tyler Smith get into the wall slightly. Slight bit of right front damage to that car. So he's definitely slowed down a bit. Cam Patterson's lead up to about 2 seconds now. You see 33 there, Ben Madden behind Scott Ford Jr. Ben Madden had to come down pit road. So he's currently a lap down right now. As far as on-track battles go, the 84 Mike Poole was able to move into 8th place now over Bill Sleep. And you got the 42 Chris Bishop and the 15 Jack Scoville. That's pretty much your closest position battle on the track right now. Although the 62 of Scott Ford Jr. might have something to say about that, as he is gaining big time on the 23 of Tyler Smith. Of course, you see the 33 Ben Madden there. He's your fastest car on the track right now, as he's the most recent driver to take 4 tires. But with 18 to go, everybody now is in their fuel window to make it till the end, so it'll be interesting to see who the first driver to come down is gonna be. Fuel strategy, tire strategy, all still remaining on the table here. But the 38 Cam Patterson has definitely ran a fantastic race so far. That 38 Red Bull machine. He's a big Max Verstappen fan, and the last couple of races he's been looking like that other Red Bull machine. He's got some fans in the chat right now, and he's definitely putting on a show. But don't look now, because the 62 Scott Ford Jr. was able to get around Tyler Smith. And Scott is also 7 laps fresher tires than the 38, so he might be able to start reeling him in here. As you see drivers start to begin their final pit stops of the race, you've got the 78 car, Logan Fishishin, in pit road. The 9 Franklin Warner coming down. The 08 Andy Lewis making his stop. They're going to be your first 3 to hit pit road for their final stop of the race. I'd be surprised if we don't see the 38 Cam Patterson come down here soon, as he's going to come down this lap. 21 laps on those tires. You see the 42 and 84. Chris Bishop, Mike Poole. Mike Poole into the wall. That's going to bring out a yellow. That's big right there. 84 Mike Poole. Getting a little sideways coming onto pit road. And just lost it. We saw it live, but we'll go back and take one more look at it here. We'll ride on board with the 84. Getting on the brakes, trying not to speed, and he just got a little sideways. Couldn't keep it together. So that definitely changes things. You see the 62 car, Scott Ford Jr. He is your leader right now. Once he catches up to the pace car. You see the 38, the 42, the 84 there. Those were all your guys coming down pit road right when that yellow happened. So they had perfect timing because they're going to get the wave around the pace car and they're going to inherit the lead, because I imagine you're going to see the rest of these guys come down. And I do believe once they make their stops, that's going to get the 08 of Andy Lewis up into the lead with Frank Warner right behind him. You see Christian Taylor in the chat there, bringing up how the 84 Mike Poole still finds a way to wreck when there's no Caterpillar Toyota involved. As you see Scott Ford Jr. leading them down pit road. And that does make the 08 Andy Lewis your new leader. I'm sure the 78 Logan Fish-Chisholm might be getting the lucky dog wave around here, possibly. And he just drove right through the pace car. Makes you wonder if he even asked him out to dinner first. But just as I predicted, the 08 Andy Lewis, 9 Frank Warner, 38 Cam Patterson, then Chris Bishop, Mike Poole. They're going to get great track position here. Andy Lewis hasn't been the fastest guy all night, but he's definitely been up near the front all race. Driver for Rocky Mountain Motorsports. The 23 Tyler Smith still in pit road. It's been almost a minute and a half. Not sure what the issue is with that 23 machine. He was definitely up near the front. He's going to get it back going, though. Going to cost him a lot of track position. As these drivers about to get the 1 to green signal, they get ready to choose their lanes. Andy Lewis goes inside. Frank Warner, Cam Patterson outside. Chris Bishop, Mike Poole inside. John McIntyre, Bill Sleep to the outside. Logan Physician into the longest line anyways. He doesn't get to choose. But we're getting ready to have ourselves a 10-lap shootout here till the end. We'll see how well the 38 car is going to be able to navigate this traffic in front of him. According to my scoring, Andy Lewis might be on slightly old tires here. His previous pit stop was only 7.3 seconds. So it might have been fuel only for the 08. That'll be something to watch out for. Shane Fuller saying the reason the 84 got loose coming to pit road is because of how big his decals are for the numbers. I'm not sure if that tracks, but I like the idea. Could be onto something there. Along with the numbers being as large as they are, the roof number is also backwards, so there's that to think about too. Pace car pulls off the track, Tokyo Drift style. Andy Lewis, Frank Warner going to lead him into the restart zone here. Green flag is back out in the ALS Awareness 225. We're going to have 11 laps to go, and they cross the stripe. Andy Lewis, Frank Warner able to hold on to the first 2 spots, but Cam Patterson, Chris Bishop battling for third as they go into turn 1. You see Mike Poole, Bill Sleep side by side back there behind him. Cam Patterson with the momentum. I think he's going to find his way into third place here. You see Andrew Lewis in that 08 breaking the draft up in the front. Cam Patterson starts to look underneath the 9 of Frank Warner, thinks better of it. John McIntyre in that 2 machine, he's on the move right now. As you see, the 38 Cam Patterson does get underneath the 9. He's going to make the pass. Bill Sleep hard into the wall. Jack Scoville, Bill Sleep get together on the front stretch. Caution is out. Hood's flying. Bill Sleep, get it off the wall. They're touching butts. Figure it out, fellas. Oh, man. That ALS Awareness hood on the 15 machine. A souvenir for a lucky camper out in the infield. Let's go back and see what happened between these 2 guys here. Hop up on the blimp cam here. On the chopper cam. 64-78, contact out of the corner. 78 gets away scot-free while the 64 is destroyed. And the 15, Jack Scoville, has nowhere to go and gets to watch his hood become a souvenir. And then they so nicely touch each other's butts there as they're trying to both back up at the same time. Let's see what the 15 saw as he comes out of the corner. He's gone, he's back, and there's Bill Sleep. RKO out of nowhere. And just, I gotta slow this down here and get a good close-up shot. Boink. Alrighty. What a crash here. And look at this hunk of junk for the 15, Jack Scoville. He might as well take that thing to the garage. The right front wheel isn't even spinning. And he doesn't have any fast repairs. That thing, to steal Blake's line, that thing is junk. Probably going to go back to green here with probably around 7 laps to go. It's going to be interesting to see what happens out front with the 08 and the 38 Andrew Lewis. Cam Patterson going to be out front here. And we're going to take one more quick break before we're back for the finish of this race. Looks like our driver's getting gridded back up here. Andy Lewis going to be starting on your inside. Cam Patterson to his outside. Row 2 is going to be Frank Warner, Chris Bishop. Row 3, Mike Poole, John McIntyre. Row 4, Scott Ford Jr., Logan Fish-Chisholm. Row 5 going to be Tyler Smith and David Mayo as they go into turn 3 here. Getting ready to go back green here in the ALS Awareness 225. Why did I click on Mark Parkhurst? I meant to click Andy Lewis. Here we go. Mark Parkhurst, of course, out of your race early. Warren Young, Cody Moore also retired from this race with damage. Jack Scoville still on pit road getting his fixed back up. Let's watch what happens here as the pace car getting ready to go off the track for what could be the final restart here tonight. We'll go up to our fan cam as they go into the Geico restart zone. Green flag back out. Andy Lewis gets a good jump on the 38, Cam Patterson. He's going to lead the way into turn 1. Let's cut that music off. We don't need that where we're going, as we're going to have a battle for the lead here with the 38 and the 08. Andy Lewis washes way up the track. Basically hands the lead on a silver platter over to Cam Patterson. He's been your fastest car all night. With 7 laps to go, he might just run away with this thing. As you see some door banging behind with the 2 and the 42. They're into the wall hard. The 2 goes around. Looked like Tyler Smith involved. Several more destroyed cars there with that one. Ben Madden also. More junk cars with 6 laps to go. Let's go back and take another look at what happened with the 2 and the 42 there. Let's take a look from our drone camera here. They get into the corner. The 42 car just not leaving enough space there for the 2, and then they get hooked on each other. 2 hard into the wall. Ben Madden nowhere to go. Tyler Smith was also involved. Scott Ford checking up for the accident in the 23. Nowhere to go. That's going to shake things up one more time for us here tonight. As we go back live, looks like Tyler Smith was able to limp that thing back to pit road, but she is not happy. But all of a sudden, it's all better now because he still had a faster pair in the bag. He's going to have another shot to get out there and fight for this thing. But you see a few drivers coming down pit road. We might have a few guys that manage to save one more tire set. Ray De Los Santos says, don't forget to leave a like. Absolutely. If you're watching this thing live with 5 laps to go here tonight, make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, so you can stay tuned for the next time we go live here for some more Donut Box Xfinity Series action. I definitely appreciate all of you for coming out and watching and hanging out with me as I try not to lose my voice every time I broadcast these races. As far as cars that came down pit road, the 08 Andy Lewis, 22.5-second pit stop for him. Not sure if he was fixing damage or what happened. Chris Bishop, no tires that pit stop, but a 5.4-second stop for him. And then you got Ben Madden in the 33. He had to come down and get that fast repair to get his car fixed back up to get one more shot of this thing. Question we have with 5 laps to go. Will anybody in this field have anything for Cam Patterson tonight? Putting on a top class performance tonight here at Indianapolis. I don't know exactly how many laps he's led, but I can tell you it's been a bunch. Then you got the 9 car, Frank Warner, sitting there in second right now. Let's see if we can get a good shot of that machine somewhere in these cameras. There it is. That beautiful Storm Motorsports blue Toyota Supra. Battling back after some early adversity. Had a pit road penalty early on that put him a lap down, but he stayed in it. Kept fighting back. And he's going to be on your front row as we're going to have 3 laps to go, I believe, when we go back green here. Front row going to be Cam Patterson as the control car, Frank Warner to his inside. Row 2, the 78 Logan Fischischen and the 84 Mike Poole. Row 3, David Mayo, Scott Ford Jr. Row 4, going to be Bill Sleep, Andy Lewis. And then you got Chris Bishop, Ben Madden finishing it up on the outside row. '23 Tyler Smith still on pit road. He might not have had a fast repair. That thing might just be junked. As we watch the field go through turns 3 and 4. We're not going to have a green-white checkered, but we're going to have a green-green-white checkered. As you'll be able to see the field here rolling through turn 4. Pace car, Tokyo drifts it off the track once again. Cam Patterson going to lead the way into the restart zone for possibly the final time. Green flag is back out. He gets a great jump. Logan Fischischen follows him on the outside. They might both be able to get by Frank Warner, and they do. Does the 78 Logan Fischischen have anything for his teammate here? We've got a lot of action farther back in the field. You got Bill Sleep, Andy Lewis side by side. Andy Lewis got the freshest tires out of anybody, but does he have enough time to make anything happen here with 3 to go? Cam Patterson up to about a second lead now over second place Logan Fischischen. Mike Poole makes the move to move up into third. This could be the best finish that the 84's had all season as we get ready to take 2 laps to go here at Indianapolis. Andy Lewis is definitely on the move, but he's not going to have enough time to make it back up to the front of this field. 62 Scott Ford gets loose. He's able to keep it together. He's trying to hold off the 42. Chris Bishop, he's not going to be able to. Cam Patterson's lead out to about a second and a half, and he's got 6 more corners to go. Logan Fischischen is about a second ahead of third place right now. So it looks like Minor Motorsports has first and second locked down for the moment. Does the 9 Frank Warner have anything left in the tank to try to get third back for Mike Poole? White flag is out. Andy Lewis gets side by side with David Mayo for 5th. He's going to make that fast fairly easily. Andy Lewis sets his sights on 4th place now from Frank Warner. Your leader, Cam Patterson, has 2 more corners to go here in the ALS Awareness 225. Lead up to about 2 seconds now over Logan Fischischen. So we're going to have a battle across the stripe, it looks like, for 4th. Cam Patterson's going to take the win. Logan Fischischen 2nd, Mike Poole 3rd. Frank Warner going to be able to hold it off for 4th place. Andrew Lewis 5th. David Mayo comes across the stripe 6th. Chris Bishop 7th. Ben Madden 8th. Scott Ford Jr. finishes 9th. 10th goes to Bill Sleep. What a race there at the end. The 38 Cam Patterson, your race winner. Class of the field tonight. Faced a little bit of adversity, but he was able to overcome it and win his 2nd race in the row and his 3rd race on the season. Teammate Logan Fischischen with his best finish of the series, taking home P2 tonight. And the 84 Mike Poole, he's going to take home 3rd place. As we're going to watch Cam Patterson burn him down. Let's go ahead and have a word with the 84 Mike Poole, your 3rd place finisher. Hey Mike, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
Man, we've talked. This is the 3rd time talking to you tonight. Bringing it home on the podium with a 3rd place finish. Is this where you thought you'd end up here at the end of this thing tonight?
I didn't think 3rd, but I was going to be happy with a top 5, and I guess I did it. So it turned out to be pretty good there at the end.
Yeah, you kind of snuck up out of nowhere to get up here into the top 3, and it was definitely a lot of strategy calls for me tonight that kind of put you in that spot. So definitely a good race out of you. And I believe Chris Bishop gets the 7th place spot, so pretty good night for off-camber racing.
Sure was, and I have to give the credit to Chris for he did a lot of the strategy work, and I just kind of followed his lead, and it turned out to be pretty good. And I had a real good run on Logan there, but I got loose coming out of 4 and was really hoping to get him, but you know what? Maybe next week.
Yeah, absolutely a good performance from you here at Indianapolis. Do you got any other shout-outs you want to make before I send you back down?
No, I think you can just send me back down there. I'm going to celebrate and pull the cork off a bottle of bourbon. So looking forward to it.
Buddy. Congrats on the podium. 3rd place finish tonight, 84, Mike Poole. Let's talk to the driver of the 78 NOS Energy Drinks machine. Look at these two being all cute. Both doing a victory lap. Like they're both winners. Well, this is America. Only one person can win. Everybody else is just losers. So let's go ahead and talk with the first loser, Mr. Logan Fischischen. Logan, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got me?
I gotcha.
You're having a little cute little lap here with your teammate Cam Patterson taking the win, but congratulations on being the 2nd step on the podium, the first loser, as I called it. 2nd place tonight out of you here. How does it feel, man?
It feels great. You know, it was a race of ups and downs. I kind of weed that caution. It couldn't have worked out better for the two of us. Gave him what he needed on pit strategy, and it got me back on the lead lap after I did a whoopsie during that green flag cycle and sped on pit road. So I was a lap down with 10:15 to go, and it was cinema. You know, we worked so well together, and to be able to get a 1-2, it's special.
Yeah, this is as far as I'm aware, this is definitely your best finish so far, getting the P2 after battling back from adversity. There were several several drivers that ended up with early penalties that were able to battle back, and you were one of them, putting on a good race tonight. Top 5 all night. Any shout outs you want to make tonight?
Shout out to my teammate Cam Patterson. You know, he's teaching me a lot. You know, Cody Moore putting on the league, and my mom for putting up with me.
Absolutely, that's an important one right there. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and congratulate you on P2 tonight.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll be talking to your teammate, Mr. Cam Patterson, and congratulations on the P2, Mr. Logan Feschischen.
Correct.
Boom, baby, let's go. I got it.
Nailed it.
I'm proud of it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Cam Verstappen himself, Mr. Cam Patterson. Cam, it's Jesse up in the booth. You got me, bud?
I got you.
Well, we talked to you before the start of this thing, and I asked you if you had this thing in the bag, or asked you if you think you could get the win, and you said you always think you can get the win, and you definitely showed that to be the case. You go back-to-back here at New Hampshire and now Indianapolis. How's it feel?
It feels awesome, man. I mean, this has like been an amazing race. It was fun. The car was a little bit difficult to drive, but besides that, I had a fun time. And then to get a 1-2 for the team for the first time in the team's history ever since being created a few months ago, it's just amazing. This is really, it's a special moment between me and Logan. You know, we've been teammates since the beginning of the year, and that's whenever we started, you know, becoming friends, and now we're really close. And so to pull something off like this, whenever like a few laps ago he was 10 laps down and I was I don't in the lead, I guess, and then he just comes back through the field and we get this 1-2. It's awesome. It's an amazing feeling, and it's an amazing feeling to win 2 wins in a row. It's great, you know. It's really satisfying.
Absolutely. You definitely were the class of the field tonight, pretty much since the start of this thing. You had a little bit of I'd say you definitely maybe not got lucky with the caution when you had just come down pit road, but I think that definitely helped you get the track position near the end to stay up front, and you definitely didn't let it slip away. So kudos
that
to you
caution,
there.
That caution definitely made it a lot easier on us. It was definitely a lot of luck when it came to both me and Logan being able to position our cars so well, and him being able to go up into third with all those cautions that were happening. But you're definitely not wrong. It helped me a lot. So yeah.
All right. Well, you're the first Donut Box Xfinity Series driver this year to get the hat trick, bringing home another win. You got any shout outs you want to make tonight before I send you back down?
Shout out to David Moore for Cody Moore. I was thinking of someone else. Cody Moore for making this lead and letting us race. It's always fun. And shout out to my teammate Logan for you know, being my teammate, being my iRacing best friend, and just always being there whenever we need each other. And then shout out to you. You know, I love going back and watching your broadcast. You're getting so much better at it, and it's so fun to watch them.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn something new every time I go live, and
It's working.
I found out how to put the league logo in the score box on the left side, so that was my achievement for the day, was figuring that out.
Nice.
So I'll take
That's
it.
cool.
And
Yeah, that's your own victory.
Absolutely. Mine was a little more lame than yours, getting the win tonight. But
Hey man, a victory's a
congratulations to
victory.
you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Alrighty. With that, you see the 78 and the 38 gonna burn it down one more time. That's gonna be the end of the show tonight. And with that, we're going to send you off with a little bit of music. Make sure if you're still here, hit that like button, that subscribe button. And that'll be it for me tonight. And we'll be seeing you next week for Martinsville.